Hello everyone, welcome to Multilingual. I'm Karina, your language trainer and motivator, and in today's video I'd like to motivate you to improve your pronunciation, especially of some particular words, because false pronunciation can lead to misunderstanding and you probably don't want to be misunderstood. So I've collected 12 words that usually get mispronounced. Let's dive into it. And the first word I'd like to start with is very popular nowadays because we use it quite a lot. So tell me please, how would you pronounce this word? It's vaccine. Vaccine. So the first problem here is with the sound V, not W. V. And the second difficulty is with the double C, which makes it sound like X. So it's vaccine, vaccination, or the verb is to vaccinate. One of the most popular questions nowadays is, have you been vaccinated? What vaccine did you get? So remember to say it correctly. It's vaccine, vaccination, and to vaccinate. The next word is also related to the current pandemic, and it's this one. Please tell me, how would you pronounce this word? It's quarantine. Quarantine. So the problem here is straight at the beginning of the word. Q-U-A. Quarantine. Quarantine. After having contact with an infected person, you have to stay in quarantine for at least 10 days. Quarantine. Now let's wander off the topic of the corona pandemic, and the next word is this one. Now, can you please tell me how you say this word? Do you say P at the beginning or without it? Do you say psychologist? Then you're absolutely right, because P is silent. Y becomes I and CH is K. So it's psychologist. When I was a child, I aspired to be a psychologist. Psychologist. Don't say P. Now, please tell me how you pronounce this word. It's plumber. Plumber. So in the previous word, psychologist, P was silent, right? And here it's B. So it's not plumber. That's what I hear a lot. It's a plumber. B is silent. So a plumber is coming tomorrow to fix the leaky pipe. Plumber. No B. The word number 5 is this one. Please tell me first how you pronounce this word. Looks quite easy, but I've had students on a high level of English and they mispronounce this word completely. And it's politician, right? Politician. So the main problem is with the second part of the word, C-I-A-N, is pronounced as shin, politician. The same is with musician and beautician and some more. If you know any more words with shin at the end, you can leave it in the comments down below. And my example is, being a politician makes him travel all over the country. Okay, here comes a tricky one. How would you pronounce this word with an X? You should say luxurious. Luxurious comes from luxury. Luxury, another word that is difficult to pronounce. And that's how you can use it in a sentence. We had an overnight stay at the most luxurious hotel of the city. So it's luxurious and luxury. Be careful there. The next word is quite a short word, but I hear people mispronounce this a lot. It's the same like with the plumber. The B is silent, so it's a debt, right? Debt. A debt is something you owe to somebody, especially it's money. So the tricky thing about this word is not to pronounce the letter B. It's debt. He managed to pay off all of his debts within 2 years. And be careful, because it's not dead with D if somebody died. It's det with T. All right, so the next word is quite a challenge, I think. How would you pronounce this one? What is your pronunciation of this word? How would you say that? It's yacht in British English or yacht in American English. Yacht, yacht. Choose the one you stick to. If you like American pronunciation, then it's yacht and yacht for British. We had a wonderful holiday on a yacht in the Caribbean or on a yacht. The next word is quite tricky too because of the X in there. How would you say this? It's anxiety. Anxiety. There is a nasal sound ng, which makes the pronunciation quite difficult. So let's try it again together. Anxiety. And anxiety is a feeling of being nervous if you worry about something. By the way, I have another video on feelings. Make sure to check this one out. And the adjective is anxious. Remember your first day at school? You can probably say that you felt a lot of anxiety about it. So you felt anxious. Anxiety, anxious. Here I'd like to give you a pair of words that almost look alike, however, have a different meaning and a different pronunciation. So here you can easily get misunderstood. So please be careful with these two words. How would you say the first one? And the second one? Okay, the first one is a recipe, recipe. And the second one is a receipt, receipt. A recipe is an instruction out of a cookbook, and a receipt is a piece of paper that proves the payment. So you should follow the recipe exactly when you cook. And in a supermarket, you can say, "Can I have a receipt, please?" The next word is quite interesting too, because its pronunciation is far away from its spelling. Have a look at this one first. How would you say that? Archive, right? Archive. There's a slight difference between the British and American pronunciation. So in the British pronunciation, you would say archive, no r. And in the American, you say archive with an r. Archive. An archive is a collection of historical records, or it's a place where historical records are kept. So, for example, these historical photos will go in our family archive or archive. Here comes my favorite word and the last one, number 12. And it's quite funny because I got a message yesterday from one of my students and friends, and he used this word, which is a beautiful one, and it's quite long, and it's not very typical of the English language, such a long word, and therefore the pronunciation is quite difficult. And then I asked him, "Do you know how to pronounce this word?" And he said, "Yeah, sure." And he sent me a voice message and said, "This." And it's, what do you think? What is the pronunciation? Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a person who starts their own business. As an entrepreneur, you're constantly searching for new business ideas. Can you call yourself an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur. Very nice word. Okay guys, it's time to call it a day, and those were my 12 words I wanted to share with you today, and I hope that from now on you'll be using them correctly and you'll impress everyone with your brilliant pronunciation. Wait, before you go, let's wrap up and pronounce all the words we've learned today once again. Please follow me. Vaccine, quarantine, psychologist, plumber, politician, luxurious, debt, yacht, yacht, anxiety, recipe, receipt, archive, entrepreneur. And now, once again, but without me, say the words aloud. Come on. Well done! I'm sure you've learned something new today. Let me know in the comments down below which pronunciation was a complete discovery for you, so which one was completely new to you. Give me a thumb up if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to this channel not to miss more helpful content coming up next. And I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys! Oh, there is one more word that annoys me a lot if people mispronounce this one because it's wrong. It's about close, close. So a lot of people say closes, you know, closes, but it's not to close, not to close the door. It's close. There are a lot of consonants at the end, and that's why it makes it quite difficult for pronunciation. Close. Okay, that's it. That was number 13. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.